What is up, Nerdgenic Nation, and welcome to the stream. I was not paying attention, and when the timer ended, it went black for a second, but we're here. Thank you so much for joining me. I am your host and resident superhero nerd, Aaron Waller, and this is the She-Hulk live stream watch party. You are on episode number 5. I know some people aren't that excited about it, but it gets me through my week, okay? Just leave me alone. We got Hey Archer Toy Hunting Vlog in the chat.
Hello there.
How are you, sir? Good to see you. Thanks so much for joining. Appreciate it. After your stream, always good to have fellow nerd in the house, or as nerds trickle in. But if you don't know, you get a hello there on your first message if you do pop into the chat. So even if you don't come by to hang out with me for an hour or whatever the runtime of this episode is, plus me talking, it's a 30-minute episode, 30 minutes and 51 seconds, which minus credits. Probably looking at close to 20 to 25 minutes minute episode. So even if you don't want to hang out with me during that and listen to my hilarious commentary and commentary afterwards, at least come by for your hello there. I mean, doesn't hurt. But thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate if you are here with me live. If you are, make sure to hit like, subscribe, ring the bell notification if you haven't already. If you're watching this on replay, same thing. There's really no difference. But I appreciate it a little bit more if you're here live, because then I know you're here with me. We're in this together. All in this together. Dating myself for just a second there. But yeah, so super exciting. I don't know what to expect for this episode. I have like no expectations. I think this is the first episode post D23, if I remember correctly. When was D23? I think it was last weekend, so like the 9th, 10th, and 11th. So yeah, that pretty much checks out. So yeah, it's the first one post D23. A lot of things have happened. Did my camera just glitch for a second? It did on my camera. I don't know if it did on the stream. Am I still here? Looks like I'm still here. Sorry, I'm trying to monitor, have my other monitor to make sure how things are going on the stream. But yeah, so it's the first one since D23, had Thunderbolts and a bunch of other things, except for all the main stuff that we wanted to talk about. Fantastic Four, Deadpool 3, something else that I'm missing. Instead, we got Thunderbolts and pretty much some stuff we kind of already knew. There wasn't any real big surprises, so a little bit disappointing, but hopefully this will kind of make up for it. Fingers crossed for a Daredevil episode. I had a spoiler a couple weeks back. Well, I think it was last week or the week before that I kind of gave a mild spoiler based on something that I looked up online while on the stream. Kind of went dark for a couple of you there for that information, just to avoid spoilers. But fingers crossed for Daredevil and whatever's going to happen there. I'm going to guess Wong's going to show up because apparently that's a weekly thing, but we'll see how it goes. I have zero expectations as to what's going to happen in this episode, and I'm excited for it. But yeah, I think we should just start rolling, because that's all I have to say. I don't know what else to say. I'm ready for it. I hope you are too. So just in case you do not know the way that it works, there will be an episode time code right up above my head. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. I'm going to I'm going to press play on my device. You're going to press play on your device, and then we'll laugh together, cry together, all that good stuff. Hopefully no crying, unless it's actually something like worth it and not just we're crying of how bad this is. But either way, as long as you try and stay as close to that timer up above my noodle, we should be a-okay. But is there anything else I want to talk about? Anything else? How are you? You good? I hope so. My chair rotates, I just noticed. If I pick my feet up, and no, you're not too late. No, you're craft, and you get your customary.
Hello there.
How are you today? Thank you so much for joining me. Sorry, I just realized that if I'm sitting high enough in this chair, I just sort of let my feet up, I kind of start to rotate. Well, now I'm not doing it, but I was a second ago. Maybe it depends on where I'm at. Late all day. That's my life. I'm just constantly feel like I'm under the wire on everything that I'm doing. But anyway, we're about to start the episode, so thanks so much for joining. So we're going to go ahead and get everybody fingers on buttons. Fingers crossed for Daredevil. Wait, one hand on button, other hand fingers crossed for Daredevil. There you go. Or toes, however you want to do it, whatever you can feel like crossing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Everybody, fingers on buttons. We're going to press play in 3, 2, 1, and let's do it. Why doesn't it show me what time I'm in? I think they changed the format of this slightly. And by the way, we do watch all the replays. We do, or the recaps. We watch all the credits, mainly for time's sake. And also so you can listen to my sick banter. Just to myself. Whatever. I forgot that's what was happening. So, if she's being sued, does she need some representation? Who's going to represent her? I say it's Daredevil. Matt Murdock, I guess, would be the one representing her. But can she technically represent herself? I don't know anything about the law. Don't hold me to it. Oh, man. Fingers crossed for a good episode. I need it. We need it. We need a W. But I know most of you have seen this episode already. Is she taking the name She-Hulk? Ouch. I like how she has the green contacts for her commercial. Nerd affiliated. We got a switch.
Hello there.
We got a hello there. What's the show about? TBD. Kind of. Who is this person? Oh, her brother. Is it her brother? I feel like this guy is gonna end up cousin. Okay, there you go. This guy's gonna end up hanging out with what's the guy's name from Ant-Man? Luis. My friend told me that about this guy that she met. That would be hilarious if these two linked up and ended up being a dynamic duo of the Marvel Universe. Add, what was it? Madison with a Y and 2 N's, but not where you think? And Wong. Yeah, Wong can be part of the group. They should start their own boy band. Well, I guess boy and girl band. They're like the Black Eyed Peas. Or No Doubt. Or any band that's multi-gender. I don't know what the... She doesn't know who she is. Well, I guess people know that Jennifer Walters is She-Hulk, right? That was kind of weird. They keep saying no hangover, but I feel S Club 7. That is a drop. That is a drop, sir. The fact that you know S Club 7, proud of you. Proud of you for knowing S Club 7. Not many people know that. I remember their show used to be on either like pretty quickly after Big Wolf on Campus. Fantastic lineup. Iron Man 3's the worst of the MCU. In my opinion. You're doing great. Is Alonzo the name of the guy that was in... No, that can't be right. Why does this guy's personality change all of a sudden? I feel like he's super annoying. Nailed it. It's gonna be like one of those hidden... Not exactly the... How do you not like the Avengers? The Avengers? It's gonna have to be like some kid or some old guy. Perfect opportunity for it to have been a Stan Lee cameo. Potentially. Question for the chat. Would you go with the Avengers or the Avengers? I think I would go with the Avengers. If I had to choose. What was his friend's name? It's gonna be some weirdo. Left the room for 5 minutes and came to Chinatown merch. Yeah. It's the city, man. Oh, wait, they're in LA. Never mind. It's LA, man. Great. Guy's a real national treasure. So I take it that means she's going to end up representing herself. Oh. Take it back. I thought there was a... In my mind, I mean, again, I don't know much about the law, but I think if she was technically using it or like famous to a certain degree for it, I think that she technically has the right to it, but yeah, I mean, true, but Misspoke about the best thing about the episode so far. Agreed. She looks familiar too. I don't remember what I know her from. Show points out that's about what he used it first. True. Good point. Don't want to make the judge mad. Why does that look like a scene from Shrek? She used it on her social profile, right? Does that count? I like how I'm thinking about this whole legal proceeding rather than caring that this is a superhero show. The best one, or top tier. Bit rude. It's like the Kingsman of LA. Almost wish this was Keegan Michael Key, just because I think it would be funnier. Spandex. I think Hulk said it in like episode 1. Spandex is your friend. Oh, this is how they say all the suits have the same styling in the MCU. But there's also the Underground who makes it, possibly. Like the guy that's from Daredevil. But didn't they go out when she was Jennifer Walters? Daredevil guy. The guy that made him his suit from... He was like a... I don't remember his name. I want to say it was... I don't know why like Emil is coming to me, but I know that's wrong. But he was kind of like a slower guy. And like he got beat up and Daredevil saved him, so he ended up making him like a whole new suit. Something like that. I forgot how... I haven't seen Daredevil in a minute. 17 minutes in. What's the series about? Getting a new suit. She-Hulk gets a new suit. And it's my name. That's the story. Nerd affiliated with a super chat. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Where's Daredevil? Asking myself the same thing. Rough. I still think that guy looks like the guy from The Boys. So this is the guy that was annoying and like left the date. Yikes. And then we got Mr. Red Flag. Ouch, dude. Come on. Cutting deep here. Well, that was done. So, can we call this a waste of an episode, or? Why is she acting like she's like the Paris Hilton? What is her power, by the way? She broke through a wall once. Isn't she supposed to be rich? Why does she want people to buy her things? Buy yourself stuff. Well, this is awkward. She broke through a wall once. I don't remember what her power is. Oof, this is a little bit rough. CGI. Anybody who wants to just hate on it, I guess. They really need to do something. I feel like this show has more become a commentary on what they can say about people who hate on superhero stuff. I don't know what she said. I missed it. That could have been a good Daredevil moment. Or not Daredevil. What am I talking about? Like Deadpool equivalent moment, if it wasn't so lame. I feel like this guy should be making Loki's tuxedos. I know Loki probably makes his own tuxedos with his magic, but I mean, I feel like it'd be cool. If he name dropped Loki in the suit thing, like the President Loki, it'd be dope. Oh, Daredevil helmet. Daredevil helmet. So close. We almost had the dream, people. The dream is at the tip of our fingers, and it was snatched away from us. And I know, I'm 99% sure the post-credit scene, whatever, is going to be trash regarding this. It's going to be Jennifer having an awkward moment in the dressing room. Something weird with the designer guy, or something stupid with this Titania girl. I don't know. But we're at the cusp. We're at the edge. The precipice. I don't have a Iron Man 3s. Oh, there's some Thing shoes back there. If anybody noticed that in the drawing. So that must mean that the Fantastic Four exists in this universe. Yeah, I know it's a drawing, but I think that it would make sense. So, client confidentiality, no, the person who ordered it. Maybe. Like a doctor? Well, I mean, you can't exactly go to a designer and like for pickup and see a bunch of suits and not make the association that of about another character, another person. X-Men shoe suit. I missed it. I saw the thing ones. I was distracted by the Iron Man things. There's no post-credit scene. That was a waste. They know it was Matt who requested the suit. I would assume so. I mean, I'm gonna go back and rewatch that a little bit. And turn the timer off because we don't need it. Get rid of that episode time code. And I'm actually gonna go back. I'm gonna rewatch that one scene. Okay. Oh wow. Okay, this client confidentially mean nothing to you. It just says for pickup. There's no anything on there. I don't know. I mean, client confidentially must not mean anything when there's like other superhero related thingies. Okay, so I'm going back to the shoes. If those Cyclops shoes are not a real thing, I would be so upset. I do like the thing ones though too. There's Deadpool shoes there. This is, I feel like this shoe drawing, can I I don't know if I can share my screen on this. See if we can do this. On the fly. Oops, that's not it. We're gonna delete that. Hold on. Now I'm really messing up, guys. Wow. That was the wrong screen. Yeah, that was definitely the wrong screen. That was my OBS screen. You guys saw the OBS. Got the OBS view. Alright, so I don't know how to do that. Disney probably blocks it. Yeah, you're probably right. Can I take a screenshot of it? Oh, probably not, because they're usually pretty on top of that stuff. I think it like fully shut down that player because it immediately just went black the second I turned that on. Well, I guess we're not going back, but there were some pretty dope Cyclops shoes. There was Deadpool shoes. There were the Thing shoes in that little drawing. So if you get a chance to go back, pause it. It's actually kind of cool. I hope that means a lot. I don't know if I just muted myself. I didn't. I hope that means a lot is coming, or at least coming soon. That'd be pretty awesome if they can make that happen ASAP. Be really nice, but considering the D23 came and went, we got nothing. I'm not gonna hold my breath. But let's talk about the episode. Bada bow. Episode 5 grade. Number 5. Numero 5. I know Spanish. Everybody put your grade out of 10 in the chat. I would love to hear from you. Make yourself heard. Give yourselves a round of applause. I'm gonna do a little bit of background search while everyone's putting in their grades. You know, we're connecting. We're Okay, so that was episode 5. I think I said this before, but there's supposed to be 9 episodes. So we got 4 to go. 4 to go. And if there's not Daredevil next week, maybe a set. But I won't be able to see next week, at least on time. I'll go through that in a minute. Once we're done with all of our shenanigans. Trying to see if there's... Do they grade individual episodes on anything? Maybe Rotten Tomatoes. Do they grade individual episodes? Know your craft, given it a 5 out of 10. Average, laughed at a few quips, and that's all. Fair grade. Honestly, can't really argue with that. Do they give individual grades? Score details. overall. How can you give an overall grade to She-Hulk on Rotten Tomatoes if it's not complete yet? It's like only watching half of it of like an Avengers movie and saying, "Oh yeah, I mean the first half was good, so it's 10 out of 10." You gotta watch the whole thing, man. I think I do this every episode where I just Google stuff in the background and make you guys sit and wait. Okay, so that's overall. Is there not somebody who does individual episode grades? I don't know if IGN does. They do a review. Verdict. They don't really give it a grade out of anything. Doesn't look like. Looks like Nerd Affiliated better than Miss Marvel, 5 out of 10. Miss Marvel was kind of rough. I do have to agree with you there. But honestly, you guys make very valid points. And if I can find my button, I'm going to 100% agree with you. It's a 5 out of 10. It was all right. The whole thing about dealing with like super human, super powered individuals and their IPs, I guess, is kind of interesting. I feel like I was more engaged with that than anything else in the episode. I do need an Avengers t-shirt now, so maybe I can hook me up with Avengers merch. That would be pretty dope. Yeah, I think it was okay. There was really nothing like to gawk at. It was pretty middle of the road. Nothing overtly interesting other than Jennifer Walters kind of going through it for another episode. And it begs the question, what episode number is this? This is number 5. We've got 4 to go. Begs the question, 1, where's Daredevil? Because that's all pretty much anybody, including us, talks about on a week-to-week basis since episode 1. And like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I was feeling it in the beginning, and I was like, okay, I get it. Like, this show has become more of a commentary about itself and what people think about superheroes rather than trying to be a good superhero show. And I think there's a better way to balance that. They just kind of failed at it. I don't know if anybody agrees with that. I think I looked up for about 5 minutes of the episode. That's the only reason we're here. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, I think their magic in the marketing was that single Daredevil clip. I think that was in the second trailer, or like the trailer just before the series is about to go up on Disney Plus or something like that. But it was like a late in the game trailer. Kind of, if I remember correctly. If I feel like Marvel bombs these on purpose. I don't know if they would necessarily bomb it on purpose. I get what you're saying, but I feel like the trailer, after they realized no one cared, kind of. Once people started, how you averted everybody from talking about CGI was the Daredevil clip. But I think that like what they're trying to do on Disney Plus is the stuff that they do kind of in the comics, where it's very 1, maybe 2 issue storylines, just very short arcs, unless there's like an over the moon arc. But they've definitely changed from WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and Loki to go with this more sitcom-y, like you can watch one episode and not watch another episode for a few months and then still feel like you didn't miss anything, with the exception of maybe whenever Daredevil shows up. I feel like that's the only part that it's going to be like that oh wow moment. But even with like Wong, it's like, okay, thanks for showing us Wong. We appreciate it. We know it's connected to the MCU. We like Wong, but you can kind of like let that go now. And I think that's kind of what happened here. Like Wong was in sort of a more or less a 2-episode arc, which kind of they actually did it exactly like comics, right? So they started out with Abomination. Well, I guess they did her origin, right? So first episode, it was origin, getting her to turn into She-Hulk. Then after that, they turned that and transitioned that into now she's sort of like working, and now she has to represent Abomination. Okay, great. That that arc was like 2 episodes. She got him off by like the next episode, if not the next one, I think. So that was one little arc. But within that arc, they had to bring in Wong for that sort of side story about why he broke him out. And then that kind of developed the relationship into Jennifer Walters and him needing her help in the previous episode. And then I guess the lawyer aspect is kind of like the through line for this one, where they just sort of like continue building her life outside of being She-Hulk, even though she hasn't really been She-Hulk for a heroic purpose as of yet. But there's still a ton of loose threads, like the Wrecking Crew guys from like 2-3 episodes ago now, like who they were working with and why they were trying to get her DNA. There's no villain other than, I guess, societal norms and people's expectations and like how people are perceived unfairly, I guess, in modern society, despite us living in the year of our Lord 2022. Be right back, gonna make a TikTok. I feel like you should put that on a t-shirt. My She-Hulk ignorance is showing because I'm trying to attribute the break the fourth wall stuff is supposed to be common, but we should leave to Deadpool. Yes and no, because I feel like technically she did do it first, right? I mean, if you're gonna go with their whole lawyer thing, She-Hulk did do the fourth wall break first. I just feel like they're not as good at it. Like, they do it so few and far between that you forget about it. And in those moments where it's like, okay, this is possibly a good moment for them to break the fourth wall, they completely skip it and they'll be like, okay, we finished with this storyline, but oh yeah, we got to wrap up that other storyline. So how are we going to do that? We're going to have her break the fourth wall and just be like, skip over and let's talk about that. Be like, oh yeah, and the dress thing. Transition, we're at the dress shop now. It's not used. It's used in a very Disney Channel way. It's used in like the early 2000s, Even Stevens, Lizzie McGuire style, rather than the Deadpool style, which feels a lot more obviously on humor, more crude also, but it just flows a lot better. You can chalk it up to writing more than anything else. I wouldn't put it on the character necessarily. I put it more on the writing. And because this is developed by Disney and not necessarily 20th century like Deadpool was, they don't have as many freedoms and they can't use as many curse words. So it gets a little bit tough, I guess. But I don't mind her breaking the fourth wall. I just want them to do it at the right time because they've severely like undercut her character dozens of times per episode. I mean, maybe not per episode, but dozens of times since the first episode, at least, in my opinion. I don't know if that's just everybody else's, but rough show. Next week is going to be, again, fingers crossed, the Daredevil week. Unfortunately, I will not be here for that live stream. So we're skipping next week. I will be, unfortunately, out of town. I will be across the pond, but when I come back the following week, I believe that's the 29th. Well, I come back like the 28th or so, but it should be like the 29th is our next stream here on the Nerdgenic channel. We're doing a double episode. So on the 29th, we're doing live stream 6 and 7 to make up for the lost week. I don't know what my connection or anything like that is going to be like. So, and I don't really feel like toting some of my stuff. I'd rather just have it be whatever the case may be, since I'm flying and all that stuff. So don't want to break the mics or anything like that. So unfortunately I'll be out next week, but there will still be mostly videos throughout the week, all the normal stuff, so you can look forward to all that in the interim. But rough week to end it on. I was hoping to be on like super high for Daredevil, and I'm more interested in the drawing about like the Cyclops shoes and the, which is my favorite X-Men character, by the way. The Thing shoes, the Deadpool shoes. That was pretty dope. Kind of upset about that now that I think about it. But overall, just got to continue hoping better for the next week. Get through it. I don't know. I don't think I've been writing down what my grades are for this series. Started out high and it's gotten lower. That's all I know. But hopefully it'll be a good episode next week. Hopefully you guys can enjoy it. If you don't, watch it without. If you do watch it with me, I hope. But Wind it back. If you do watch it without me, I hope you enjoy it. If you want to join with me, I'll be live on the 29th to do a live stream watch party of 6 and 7. And it'll feel like a whole new world to me. Now, the problem is I got to figure out how to get around the internet. I mean, I'll be mostly off the internet for that time, so it shouldn't be too terrible. I don't think. Hopefully not. Anyway, but you can look forward to all the normal stuff. We got history up. We got a video tomorrow, which I'm actually kind of excited about. I'm midway through it now. So really looking forward to that. So upload tomorrow, history of on Saturday, as per usual. That should still be going as per normal. On regular content rolling throughout. So be sure to look out for it. I know Russell's got a ton of good videos coming out. I've got some exciting content coming out. Mostly superhero stuff. Shocker. Since now that I don't have anything to talk about Fantastic Four, the new stuff, we're back in speculation town, baby. So I'm excited to just throw some wild stuff at the wall. But other than that, thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification if you haven't already so you don't miss out on any of our videos when they drop or when we go live. Make sure to follow us across all social media platforms at Nerdgenic. Yeah. Thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. I will stay in touch with you via social media and all that good stuff, so I'll still be around, but we will see you in the next video. Hold on. Fingers on buttons. I got to find the right one. All right. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.